Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now there's a headline maker, Steven Gerrard.
Focal point for any team he plays in.
Yeah, I suspect he may be deployed as a more holding midfielder, but that seems wrong when you know how good he is 30 yards forward.
Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
In it comes. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Here's a chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Rooney gets it away. Bale.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Ibrahimovic. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Bale. Vieira. Thuram. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Gerrard.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Lahm. That's Thuram. Ibrahimovic is herring after that one.
Yamal.
Manchester United
Finding their passes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Gerrard. Now it's Rivaldo.
Now, can they get him away?
Shot, surely! Goal! Manchester United! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Yaya Toure.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's being urged to shoot.
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And it's played in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a little off target. Bellingham goes on a run down the left wing. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Yamal. That is ended up in no man's land.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that's gone loose. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And the return pass. Messi, very much a man of this moment. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Ferdinand. And back to the goalkeeper. And it's Ferdinand. Nicely spread.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Yaya Toure. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Manchester United definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Out towards the flank. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Yamal has it out wide and up he goes! No, couldn't quite control it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Lam to Gerrard. Yaya Toure. And it's Messi. And it's Gerrard. Bellingham. For Yaya Toure. Toure really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else.
Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's been caught on it here. This time, surely. No mistake. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves.
Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. There's the header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Produces a cross. That's a good ball out wide. Knocks it into space. Hoisted in. Cleared without hesitation. Corner number 4 coming up here. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Opts to play it back. Oh, shooting chance! Yamal. Fletcher. Cristiano Ronaldo. He is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out.
It's Rivaldo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Rivaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They're up to 5 corners now. Goes for a shot! More pressure on the opposition goal.
Manchester United really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Some resolute defending there. And here's Rivaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's made its way to him. Yamal flings it, he rises! Bellingham. Just about up to 75 minutes.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Can he get onto this? And that should get the job done. Nesta. And it's Ibrahimovic. Lahm. Pass somewhat off target. Manchester United looking to pass their way through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really...
Shoots! Bellingham. Rooney. Delivered in. Messi. Vieira. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Messi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Bellingham. Searching pass he's played there. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Gerrard. Bellingham. And he's played it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
And it's Gerrard. And it's Gerrard. It's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Terrific header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now it's Rooney. And that will be it. Manchester United are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts.